once they go through those approval stages, including maybe in some cases presenting a proposal to the higher degrees committee of the school, after that they will then clear you off and say you are ready, we've checked all your tools, they're adequate, you can go. And the dean or the chair of that school higher degrees committee can actually issue you that administrative letter introducing you to the organization or to the research participant, as indicating that the research you are doing is an official requirement as part of the qualification journey, and they should be able to give you any support in terms of what you require to collect information and so on. But in terms of policy requirement, the Directorate of Research Handbook actually says that all PhD work, I'm yet to clarify on the masters, but for PhD work, it's mandatory that in addition to the committees clearing you, your work should also go through the Research Ethics Committee. It should be cleared. It should be cleared by the Ethics Committee, and that means that even though the school has cleared you, you need to go through the Research Ethics Committee, which is a national requirement to just ensure that the work you are doing, is in line with the ethical expectations regarding the kind of people you are going to ask, and you are not going to harm them, and you are not going to actually involve in practices that will lead to inadequate conduct through research. So that text there actually summarizes it. Once you have that, then you definitely will be able to use that, and all authorities should be able to actually allow you in the your research site. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Chikoma. And if you'd like more information, because again you can have the ethical things cleared and all that, and then your respondent still refused to talk to you, she has something that she would like to share, and I'm also happy to share from our very recent experiences. So thank you so much, everybody. Please clap for yourselves. And you're going to give us a better hand clap than that for our presenters. And I dare you to make it even better for me.
Thank you, and thank you very much to all of us who have managed to be here from, I think, 7:30 up to now. It's about 10 minutes to 4. We have been advised that there is a student who was managing one of the sessions and therefore did not get the opportunity to make his case. We have agreed that that student can make his case in only 5 minutes, and he's very lucky because there are about 4 professors who are going to chair his session this time as he presents. So we have Professor Julius there, Professor Edward Bale, they are all chairing that one session. So you better run here very quickly and make your case. That is my brother Rujendro. Come very quickly, make your case, and we'll listen to it. see it. That's the one. It's the last email I had sent to. Oh, okay. By the way, thank you. I had forgotten. Dr. Nakalawa is the one who had said so. I remember. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to talk about newspapers. My name is Aroni Terugendo, and Doctor, I remember you are worried about media, people being around. I happen to be one. Thank you. Worried, just worried, and but I happen to belong to both sides now, the media and then the academia, which now answers your question about awareness. I've already interacted with the previous panel here, or presenters about their work, and those who haven't reached me, please reach me, and we see how to create awareness about what we are doing. I come from Research Finds News, and at the same time, that website actually, we use a newsification model to translate research findings into easy to read news stories, so that the masses can understand what we are doing. We also understand that policy people are a bit aloof to policy briefs. They don't want to read these long things, but if you did a story that entices them and leads them to where the policy brief is, they might give you a phone call. It has happened with some of you that I've worked with and other researchers. So my work is a journal article that I'm working on, which is from my PhD study that is ongoing, and I am from the Department of Journalism and Mass and Communication. We are working on a framework for assessing the effectiveness of e-papers, and what we are looking at is basically we are trying to understand why newspapers are facing a crisis world over, and we understand it's stemming from different areas. Technologies, AI, social media have occasioned problems to newspapers in terms of affecting, one, their circulation, number two, changing readership patterns, and number three, also affecting their revenue patterns. And all this seems to be emerging from technology and from political economy imperatives. But we are asking a question: how do we understand e-papers and their contribution to the survival of newspapers? And that's what informs my PhD study. And the journal article is trying to understand. Thank you very much. We have been talking about, from the background, about how the newspaper industry globally is facing technological challenges and other dynamics from the political economy, as well as other disruptions that are coming from alternative sources of news, like what we call news aggregators like Google, Facebook, and others. All these have occasioned problems to newspapers. However, when we come to e-papers and how we conceptualize them, these are not alternative platforms, but they are papers, the electronic papers that seem to give an impression that newspapers are responding to the pressure from the other technologies and other sources of news. And we conceptualize them as digital replicas of print newspapers, as we shall see, or somehow they tend to differ from online-only newspapers, and they may not necessarily, and they normally come in the format of PDF formats. I think you must have seen these if I take you ahead. Like, for example, now, what you see here is a print copy or a hard copy, the newspaper that you handle, that New Vision or Monitor or Red Paper or any other. And then the online news website is this example of the New Vision that has a website, but at the same time also has a printed copy. Now, the e-paper that we are investigating, sorry, before we even reach the e-paper, but there is now the only news website. This is now news websites that have no affiliation to a printed version, like now Research Finds News. But then the e-papers are these. They are
they are replicas of the printed version, but they are electronic, and they tend to come in a PDF format and can be accessed through subscription. So our problem is that we think we've discovered, or we've found out that from the literature that there's not a convincing framework within media studies to understand how these papers are effective in terms of, one, being able to maintain traditional roles of newspapers, broadening readerships, at the same time also exhibiting viability in terms of revenue generation. And existing studies lack that conceptual clarity about e-papers, but also lack a framework in understanding how these papers are effective. Theoretically, we are underpinning this study in political economy, which looks at media products as communication products, as communication industries, and technology determinism, which also looks at how technology shapes society or creates what we consume. And now, in our framework, we are looking at parameters with indicators. And the first parameter is whether these e-papers that are replicas of the printed version are sustaining media roles and expectations, because all media are supposed to serve a role in society, and particularly they have expectations. They have roles that they carry, they run, they have expectations. And for parameters and for indicators, we are looking at how, for example, they are able to inform, educate, and entertain, or facilitate accountability, because media houses or media platforms are supposed to be platforms for freedom of expression, for holding those who are powerful to account. And then whether they are also platforms for cross-referencing, for opinion expression, for interfacing with the state and non-state actors. The second parameter that we are looking at is broadening newspaper readerships and audiences. For example, our key indicators, we're trying to find out whether they have transitioned readerships, yes, thank you, and how those readerships are influencing decisions, or if we are looking at technology shaping new dynamics in audience perceptions of news. And then the third one is revenue generation, how e-papers have shifted the circulation models of print media, how print media platforms and subscription, whether they are enhancing advertising revenue or the advertising function of newspapers, whether they have improved profitability. We're proposing a fusion in our theoretical framework to be able to explain this. And then this is our methodological parametric, and that has indicators, that has also parameters. And finally, we will be able to propose methodological implications on how we now come up with a framework to assess their effectiveness. Thank you very much. I thank my supervisors, Dr. William Tayebwa, who is also the head of the scientific committee here and the managing editor of the Mark Press, and Dr. Mbaine. I thank myself for sponsoring myself, and partially Mark Reef. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I would appreciate your comments.
Thank you very much. My brother here is a seasoned journalist and he knows how to capture people's attention. I saw all of you paying attention, and I think that's a very good one. He has mentioned something about Dr. William Tayebwa, a very, very calm gentleman, very wise, and the students like me think that university has delayed to award him the next level. But friends, apart from what Rujendro has talked about, we've been working with Dr. Tayebwa as this chairman scientific committee. He touched every abstract that was sent. Colleagues, Let's put our hands together. Welcome the chairman scientific committee to come and make 1 or 2 remarks and also tell us about the Mark Press. A round of hand clap as he walks in front of you.
Thanks very much, my young brother, for those kind words. Processes of Makerere take their time, and don't worry, it will come at the right time. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It has been an amazing 2 days, and I can see the room has reduced in number. But wherever people have gone, they have benefited a lot. My young brother has invited me to talk about the Mark Press. The Makerere University Press is a unit under the Directorate of Research and Graduate Training. And I'm not going to go through all these. We shall have occasion at some point. But we were created way back in 1995, launched by the president then, and you can read already there the mandate. We don't have time. I will just rush through most of these, and we shall have occasion to talk about these issues at another level. Those are objectives to support you in your publications, to guide the market, of course, in terms of improving the reading culture, and many other objectives that you see there. We shall have occasion at some point to get through that. The structure, as I've told you, an editorial board led by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic Affairs. We have 2 committees, as you can see, and as I said earlier, we are under the Directorate of Research and Graduate Training. When you bring a book to us, that's what it goes through. Basically, what I'm saying is any book published by the Makerere University Press goes through a very rigorous process so that it is respected globally. Now, this is, I think, more interesting to you. We receive funding from government of Uganda, 500 million per year, to publish books of academics at Makerere University, but also you, as scholars. And I think many people didn't know this, and that's why the organizers felt that we should make this known to you, that we have money to publish your books. You do not pay a single coin. As a matter of fact, when we publish you, we pay you money. We publish you for free, and then we sell your books. Yes, you are the doctor. Free, and we sell your books globally now. We signed an agreement with the African Books Collective, so all the books published by the Mark Press are available online as e-books. So right now we have 9 of them. We are still uploading more. The most recent book project we had is the Makerere University Mark at 100 book. The hard copies are not yet out. We are in print, but the book is already available online. So when you go to Amazon and look at the Makerere Century of Service to East Africa and beyond, 1922 to 2022, the book is already available on Amazon and also on the website of the African Books Collective. Okay, so that's one. But of course, you can also bring your book out of, and this is a very important message for you, especially most of you who are PhD fellows. I encourage you, all of you, look at that session that was here, those amazing papers. So you can come together and work on a book project. Okay? different chapters within one book project, and we bring it over to the marketplace, and we shall publish it. Yes. So this is all of you. I mean, it can be discipline specific. You can look at health sciences, for example. This amazing panel was here. I was chairing another panel yesterday, which had so many papers from the health sciences, but also other disciplines. You come together. I'm going to talk about journals shortly, but I start with the books because that has been our main focus. So I encourage you, work on your book project as a team and bring it to the marketplace. We shall publish it for free of charge. And when we sell it, you get 20% of all the sales, the unit cost. So isn't it that very generous? I also encourage you, of course, to bring any other. So these are the books that we published so far. And I'm now going very quickly to go to this bit here. We had a conversation with all principals in July. And our conversation was the marketplace to take over all college journals, all college-based journals. There are not many in this university, but the ones that are there, for example, College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, those of you who are here, you have the Mark Journal of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. The African Crop Science Journal is not based in the college, but very many members within the college actually shepherd that journal. Those of you from CHUS, we have Mawazo, but just last week I was having a conversation with the team from the Department of History, Archaeology and Heritage Studies on starting the Makerere, reviving the Makerere Historical Journal. This was here many years ago, now it is being revived. So this is, other than the books that I've talked about, you have a wonderful opportunity to publish your work within these journals. Yes, absolutely, thank you. College of Education and External Studies, these are some of the journals that are there. I could see a very big team that was here presenting from that college. College of Computing and Information Sciences, these are international journals based, they are global, but members within the college have a very big say, and they are very active in the editorial work of these journals. School of Law, a couple of journals that you can see right there. College of Health Sciences, of course, these are just a few of those that are there. But for College of Health Sciences, you can see that you have a journal that is run by students themselves. So isn't that amazing? Natural Sciences, again, these are based, they are global, but they do a lot of work for the college. College of Engineering, Design and Art and Technology, again, globally based journals, but shepherded by very members within the college. And lastly, COVAB, journals based outside, global journals, but again shepherded by very many members within the college. My conclusion is the following. My two bosses are here, the directors. I think Professor Wamala is online, but Professor Bale is the one I report to directly. And we've been having a conversation with all colleges to encourage all colleges to make sure that the work of PhD students, this amazing work that you have presented here, is published within our college-based journals, and that you are supported to make sure that you publish your work. Yes, so the commitment we want to make as Makerere University Press under the Director of Research and Graduate Training is to continue this conversation with college principals, especially to have special issues dedicated to PhD student work. So that is something when we talk about the college of my college, Humanities and Social Sciences, Mawazo, a special issue of Mawazo where your work is going to be published. So we encourage you as the chair of the scientific committee of this conference. I want to encourage all of you who have not submitted your completed papers, please continue working, submit them, and we shall do our best to see how they can be published. Thank you very much. Bless you all. Yes, Madam Chair. Okay, I thought you are.
Thank you very much. I am very sure that those words were very, very important to you. And because of that, you had better clapped well. I have noticed over time in my journey in this PhD that when you are supervised and mentored by Professor Julius Chikoma, for example, sometimes you begin to look like him. I have found something funny and unique that Rujendro and Professor Dr. Tayeba look the same. They are dressed the same way. If Rujendro can dress up, this will be a testimony. They just walk the same. They look the same. I think this is... So I think what I'm saying is not an allegation, it's very true. Professor Wamala has been following this conversation from the very start, and his hand has been up. I'm quite sure that he has a message for us. IT team, can you enable him?
Sorry, I was just going to comment about Rugendo's presentation, but something else really came up. I was just going to say that I was just starting to enjoy what Rugendo is presenting, and then he ended the presentation. So I'm wondering what happened after the proposal. I'm warming up to see results being displayed. That's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Prof, and thank you for following and picking interest in Rugendo's work, but also next time we request that you pick interest in my work as well. It's just a request.
I take note of that.
Right now, I want to think that Fridays have heavy traffic, and because of that, we need to think of how we can get out of this place. And allow me, therefore, invite the chairman organizing committee, who is also the deputy director, to come and address us. But also, I note that we have the director here, and I have no rights whatsoever to invite him to this place. So in that case, I would therefore pass my request to Professor Julius Chikoma. At least we are so close. We've interacted in very many forums, so I can now believe that my request will be granted. That after your speech, kindly invite for us the director to come and address this gathering. Thank you.
Okay. Joseph, thank you very much for this session. Actually, when you listen to Joseph managing, these ceremonies the way he does, and then you also listen to Rita, and Rita is the university's PRO, you sometimes start thinking, can I talk to Rita to mentor this guy to be the next? Because actually he does it very well. We are proud of you. Being in energy and yet you are speaking like a PRO, That's a plus. Thank you very much, and dear participants, allow me to really express my gratitude to all of you who have been with us right from day one, yesterday, up to today. It has been, in my view, a very wonderful 2 days. 2 days that have sincerely been well spent, and there is no time. I was in and out in some of the sessions, but I am sure every session had very good presentations, as already some of my colleagues have testified. And I have no doubt that, as Dr. William Tayewa mentions, when we get the editors of the journals, I think they will find it very easy to make a decision to work with you, so they can turn your papers into journal articles. So I wish you good luck, but I also thank you very much for sharing with us those very wonderful ideas and making those very wonderful presentations. Please clap for yourselves. Yes. So it is quite a joy to see that what started like, it will be a difficult thing to merge. Initially, what were supposed to be two separate events. There was an event that had been originally thought as a separate forum for engagement of researchers and policymakers. And then, on the other hand, a separate event to bring all, PhD students under an arrangement of a convention to share and make presentations from their work. And we were given the task of figuring out how we could put these together with a bit of different interests, as you will know. The first event was predominantly meant to be championed by mainly DRGT and the staff side. And then the second event was supposed to be predominantly championed by the leadership of the PhD forum. And you can imagine there are definitely going to be a bit of different interests, especially in terms of who do you want to come and grace your occasion. Of course, we worked out our interests. I hope, when I say that we agreed on what finally we had on the program, I hope I'm speaking for everyone on the committee. We may have had our reservations, but you see, that is what it means to take collective responsibility. When you make a decision as a group, even though you may not initially have wanted that decision, but once you've taken it as a group, that is the decision for all of you. So, but I'm quite happy and actually very, very, very grateful to the members of my committee who really worked very tirelessly for about over a month, putting together a number of things to ensure that this day succeeds as it has. Allow me at this point to actually take a moment and ask them to stand up wherever they are, just for a moment of recognition. So all the members of the organizing committee, I know we had about 6 members of the PhD forum, Claire and your crew, and then the members of the DRG team. And I think others are still carrying on the functions, as you know. But these are the committed group that I worked with, and I am truly thankful to your efforts and commitment, and in fact the teamwork that you displayed. Being that this was the first time we organized the two events in the way we have designed them, of course there was a lot of learning that we as organizers have also taken on board. We've learned a bit of few things. I'm sure there are things that we are going to do better, but I'm also sure that there are many things that we shall look back and say, I think we did a good job. And thanks to you, my committee members. Once again, thank you very much. At this point, allow me also to extend my own gratitude, but also the gratitude of the committee members to all the participants. We don't take it for granted. Yes, indeed, it was an opportunity for you to share ideas and an event that we have organized. But I am sure there are many events, some of which have a higher name, that you could have decided to send your ideas. You could have decided that, you know, after what are we going to get in this? This one, we are not even sure the visibility of, you know, the ideas beyond having talked about them here. But other forums have other opportunities where once you present, you know, the work will be much more visible and will be widely read. But that you agreed and decided to organize your ideas in 2 papers and presented, we thank you very much. You made this event very successful. Thank you so much. Our appreciation also go to the leadership of the Directorate of Research and Graduate Training, headed by our very own director, Professor Bale. We thank you very much for the support and encouragement. I can tell you, for the organizing committee, you won't know how much passion Professor Bale had for this event to succeed. Because we had a number of management meetings in the directorate, and every time we had a management meeting, the issue of this forum would be on the agenda, because he was very interested to find out how is the organization going. So we thank you very much for all the support. In the same vein, allow me to extend our committee's gratitude to the whole university leadership, led by the and the management of this university, led by the Vice Chancellor, Professor Barnabas Nawangwe. We are really grateful to him. I think just like Professor Bale, Professor Nawangwe was very, very, very supportive. In fact, he was even encouraging us beyond what we were expecting. So, some of you who were here yesterday, what he did yesterday by quickly jumping in to give a keynote when he had not organized to be a keynote speaker was actually testimony to the support and the enthusiasm actually he has for events of graduate students. For that, we are truly thankful, and join me to give him another round of applause. Of course, as I was thanking Professor Bale, I forgot, but I should have also mentioned that Professor Bale was together with a team of DRGT, committed staff of DRGT, some of who were not part of this organizing committee. I also want to extend my thanks to the colleagues at the Directorate of Research and Graduate Training for the impeccable for the impeccable attitude towards the activities of the conference, and for being committed and being available whenever we needed you. We thank you very much. Finally, allow me once again to thank everyone that has come today and is around for staying up to the end. It is not easy to put aside 2 days sitting in conversations. Some of them you are not very clear or you are not familiar with what is being said, but paying attention with the hope that something you'll pick something to go with at home. We truly thank you very much for your valuable time and input. And together, I'm sure with that commitment, together we shall build for the future. Thank you so much. Allow me to stop here. I will give it back to Joseph to complete with some other announcements.
Give Professor a hand clap that befits a professor. Thank you very much. Professor Wamala has something small to share with us. But as Professor Wamala prepares to share, as you enable him, had earlier requested that I don't have the powers to invite the director here unless you award me such powers. If not, I would request you to come and do it for us.
Okay, I still need my powers, so let me exercise them. That's how sometimes coups happen, and I don't want a coup on my powers. Let me use this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to invite our director to come forward in preparation to really give us his final and closing remarks, and after that declare this two-day event closed after Professor Amala has given some few remarks. Thank you very much.
Professor Wamala, the mic is with you right now.
Thank you very much, moderator. And team, I hope you're able to hear me quite well. Am I audible?
You are in your usual loud and clear voice.
Audible? Oh, thank you very much. It's unfortunate that I was not able to attend physically due to my health issues beyond my control. But I take pride and pleasure in all the presentations that have been made in this particular forum. I was meant to have a slide, but of course, because of the time, and probably I'll just find ways, of summarizing some of these particular aspects, which I do think would be of interest and of notable concern to all of us. It's exciting, of course, being a PhD student, but one of the key things that we've been grappling with as a directorate, number one is the delayed completion time of our students, which I would like to probably use this particular forum to remind all our delay in completing their PhDs. But number two, which is last but not least in a way, are innovations that arise from all these aspects that we've been able to present. During the review of the proposals, we did notice so many wonderful proposals, so many wonderful work that in a way is potentially protectable Innovations in a way can be products, innovations can be services, innovations can be procedures or guidelines or new way of doing things. And so allow me also to encourage all our presenters, all our participants who have made presentations to be able to make efforts to protect the products, if any, the services, if any, and the procedures in a way which have been brought out in a way as new knowledge. Then lastly, from in the interest of time, is the issue of keeping note with the university policies, the policies and guidelines for undertaking research. Now, Prof. Chikoma has hinted on some of the particular policies that we have, the graduate handbook, we have the research and innovations policy, we have the intellectual property management policy, we have so many other policies, the conflict of interest policy. So I do encourage all our candidates and researchers to be abreast and to be abreast with the policies governing research at the university. Then lastly, my remark is to make effort to protect and preserve the ideas that they've been able to come up with. I wish you a great conversation beyond this engagement. Let's keep conversing, not only just in the forum, but outside the forum. We can keep engagements like Dr. Taiwa did say. You can keep the engagements about the publishing, you can keep the engagements about IP, you can keep the engagements about research, and you can keep the engagements with one another to further preserve and forward policy issues arising from research that we are doing. Thank you very much, and I do hand over back to the moderator and to the director for closing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And the hand clap you're hearing is actually from the excited students, and they are further clapping. I hope I'm hearing. They are continue to clap for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I do appreciate it.
Yes. Kindly allow me invite Dr. William Tayeba again quickly, just here for a minute or two. And our president, I don't want to leave you behind because my job is at stake if I do that. You will bear with me that our time is fast spent, and therefore we will not direct any further questions to Professor Julius Chikoma. We will not even attempt to direct even a half a question to the director. But there are few people who are saying there is one or two questions that they want Dr. William Tayeba to answer. Only two. If your question is very hot and the hottest, who has the hottest one? One? Two. Where is the mic? Okay, start from here. Ask your question very quickly. Direct to...
thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah, Doctor, I have about two questions. The first question is that is it now going to be permissible that if the graduate students publish with the MAC journals, is that going to be counted as a fulfillment of for publication? That's the first question. The second question is that based on the colleges where someone belongs, sometimes, like for example at courses, you are supposed to publish conference papers, and some of them are co-hosted. For example, SCM and IEEE. So I wish to inquire: does the MAC Press also kind of collaborate with such kind of people, organizations that when someone submits, you maybe co-hosting some kind of conference such that when someone submits work there, you publish, but also then we also get cleared as far as the publication requirements are concerned.
Okay. In short, what is the second question?
The second question is that, for example, at the College of Computing, we have two, maybe there's Association for Computing Machinery, SCM, and then IEEE, also Springer. So what they usually do with other institutions is that they come in with an organization like maybe Mark Press. Then when a student submits a paper, they kind of, but also Mark Press also publishes so that someone fulfills the publication requirements. So my question is, does Mark Press also do that, or it's not yet there? Thank you.
You've got it. For me, I'm still lost. The other question, is that the last one, or there is somebody who's saying, okay. Make your question a statement so that
mine is a turnaround time.
Great.
For especially for us from the College of Health Science. The turnaround time for the CHS journal, African Health Science, is higher than that of other open access journals internationally.
Okay. So you said the turnaround. In the end, we got lost. So what is the question? Yeah. Is the turnaround too low, too low? What is it? What's the question?
Yes.
I said is higher, as in it's, what can we do to reduce the turnaround time? It takes longer.
Now,
it is our
when
own.
you put what, it's not a question.
Thank you, protocol observed. I'm standing before you. I'm Sachigwe Dens. My question goes to you. The former discussants we had a lot from them. And the question is attributed to you. What are the measures, given that the factor that...
just a minute. To you.
Not only to me.
The question is attributed, that you're saying you're directing the question to you, but you is plural here. Who? To who? Dr. William?
To the doctor.
Good.
Yes. Thank you. My question is, do you have any measure to support the organization or any mean to go down to the targeted population as being discussed in you, particularly the targeted population that was discussed on based on alcohol concepts and all hazards within the range of the age bracket, given the range bracket of teenage adolescents. Do you have any measures to reach out to them so that they can be prohibited from such vices, particularly in schools? Because basing on the Dr. Naruja what was discussing and the other, they were looking at it, giving the population of the...
Okay, my brother, let's save time. What is the question in short?
My question is,
Doctor, yes?
Do you have any measure to reach out the targeted population that has a lot of challenges within the formation that was being discussed?
Correct.
About? Thank you.
I said that we wanted 3 questions and have become 7. Okay. Okay, the last person you ask is here. And I am now tempted to open this up so that doctor has to seek support because these questions are becoming many.
It's just that I did not bring where to write because you said there were 2 that I could get in my head.
Yeah, so I'm tempted
but now if there are more, but I think we shall remember.
Okay. Quickly, but to help them remember, make your questions short so that's not a paragraph. Yes?
Yes, Senfuka Patrick again. I'd like to ask Dr. Taebwa. He has just given us a figure of 500 million and my fingers are itching. But the problem is that money has been coming at least for the previous years. Would the doctor please tell us how many books have they published with that amount of money every other year? Thank you.
Okay. Okay, the money question. Kindly, whoever has a question, WhatsApp me and I'll make sure your question reaches, and when they give the answer, they will WhatsApp me, I'll WhatsApp you. Let's do it that way and we'll save time. WhatsApp me, I WhatsApp the concern WhatsApps me, I WhatsApp you.
Yes. Thank you very much for those questions. The first person here, your question related to the conversation we are having. The Mac Press is now receiving a lot of support from Makerere University Management, including council. So that means all the work you publish with the Mac Press, book or journal, will definitely be valued for promotional purposes. And obviously, you as a PhD student will be included as part of your requirements for graduation. There's no doubt about it. Then you had the second question, which, can you remind me very quickly? Or the one, Prof, do you remember? Oh, the support of the different publishing houses. Oh, the collaboration. Oh, yeah, no. Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. We have, in just December last year, the Vice Chancellor signed an agreement, two agreements. One, a digital publishing agreement with the African Books Collective, as well as a print agreement. Meaning, all our books, including yours, which is coming very soon, will be published globally and distributed globally. In Australia, for example, they print the book there and distribute it there. But we also have, yes, we are working on indexing all our journals, Scopus indexing, and all the other indexers, so that we also help in getting, for example, the digital object identifiers for the journals so that they can be accessible online. As you know, we are increasing, growing open source. So yes, we have so many collaborations, including with other university presses, so that we can be able to encourage our staff and our students to publish as widely as possible. There was the other question was, oh, my brother there. Yes, the turnaround is a very important factor. We have all suffered, but the thing with journals is that the turnaround for journal articles is much faster, is much quicker. And we are encouraging all our university journals to make sure that the turnaround is much faster. So most of the journals are published twice a year. That is quite good in terms of turnaround. Turnaround also is affected by the quality of your writing. If you do a good piece and you do your own work, then the turnaround will definitely be faster. Taking back the article to you, how fast you work on the revisions and send them back to us as editors, that definitely contributes to the turnaround. There was yes, doctor, what are you saying? You are trying to say something. Okay. Then the gentleman. Okay. So there is a gentleman there. Yes, absolutely. We very soon actually we are starting a visit to all the public universities as Mac Press. I think as we do that, we are reaching that other audience that you are talking about. The Mac Press has also the objective of promoting a reading culture in this country. In June, I would want to invite you. We are going to be holding a very big book fair here in our Freedom Square, bringing together all publishers within the country. It will be a very big event. The objective is to promote a reading culture in this country. As you know, our reading culture is pretty bad. So as a Mac Press, we are also trying to do that. I think by so doing, we shall respond to what exactly you are talking about. Yes, the 500 million. So that pays staff as well. All the staff. The publication chain is a very long one. from submission of the articles. They read, the people who read, the peer reviewers, all those people are paid, including salaries of all the staff that do this work. And then, of course, when the book comes out, it is very expensive. The Market 100 book, for example, is 700 pages. It costs 83 million. 83 million, one book like this. But of course, when it sells, you can recoup that money. Yeah, so that money, yes, looks much, but in terms of the publications chain, it's not much at all. Thank you very much, lovely people. And I will continue. I invite you, the Mark Press is situated in Lincoln Flats B5, so please reach out anytime. But I don't know whether you know where legal is, the legal department. So next to legal department, there is a building right there. That's where we are going to be moving, and you'll be able to see signposts there. You are most welcome to come, and we discuss your book projects and any other publications you're working on. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Doctor. And as the President switches on her mic, we've given you 2 minutes, 1.5 minutes to say thank you to us. But as you do that, there is a question that requires yes or no to Doctor. Can we publish novels, plays, textbooks with Makerere?
Yes, please.
I've done my job.
Thank you very much, Joseph. A rounds up to Professor Taye. I would like to take this opportunity to really thank all of you who have managed to come and attend, especially to the PhDs. Thank you very much. To the Directorate, we thank you for your support, and we ask for more, like an Oliver Twist. We thank you for that. I would like to just inform the PhDs here and those online, and those who have not even attended, that whenever we meet at a university setting of this kind, it's just not for powerful ideas. It's not a marketplace for powerful ideas, but also for lasting relationships. And one thing I want to take today is the study that has been taken by Doctor, the one of mental health. That is a very powerful study to understand that young people at the age of 5 are taking alcohol and spirits and different spirits. Those are cases that we really need to think through as a country and as a body of knowledge and as academicians. I thank you all, and I want to welcome you next week on 1st of Wednesday. We shall be having a training on policy briefs as PhDs. I thank you all, and may we continue to network.
Thank you very much, President. The issue of mental health, I'm reminded of a friend who, after thinking so hard, and his wife was seated next to him, just decided to box her. Just like that, and the wife was like, but we've not been quarreling. But right now, as you're there, people at home are watching you, all because this IT team are doing a good job. Can we offer them a hand clap? I know Professor will not get tired. Allow me to invite him again to invite for us the director to come and speak to us. Is that agreeable?
Okay, I will still not rethink my original position that I will not allow you, because I still need my powers. But nonetheless, thank you very much. And actually, I want to say that, sometimes when you are here, you may forget to mention all the people that have actually done, contributed to the success of this event. But thank you for pointing out the people who are seamlessly making us available globally. When people are in the back, you might not know how much they are doing, but they are doing a great job, and they are normally the unsung heroes. The bosses are easy to sing out, but the people at the back, we rarely, mention them. But thank you, the unsung heroes, headed by our lovely Dr. Mayende. Is not here, but, we are very grateful. Thank you for the great job. Well done. So now, with all that out of the way, allow me to finally request our director to come and give his final remarks and close this occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Chikoma. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we draw the curtains of this year's annual Forum for Graduate Research and Policy Dialogue, allow me to extend my deepest gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Honorable Dr. Jesse Muyingo, for gracing us with his presence. But also I extend my heartfelt thanks to our Vice Chancellor for his unwavering dedication and support in advancing our university's research and innovation agenda. And during his keynote address, all of us heard that he would like to see Africa produce the same number of PhDs like that of China. Actually, by number, it is 100,000 PhDs per year. And for me, this is not the first time I've heard him say this. I've been with him in several fora, but he has repeatedly said that. So he's very committed to the research-led, and without PhDs, the research-led agenda is shaky. I also want to extend gratitude to the DVC Academic Affairs, represented by Professor Buyinza, for opening the second day of our annual forum. And also I congratulate all our doctoral students for the insightful presentations. This morning I said that all your work, your papers are very good. It is only that we are in the academic environment, and so comments are inevitable. Special thanks to the chairpersons of the breakaway sessions for the great work done. Thank you for enabling our colleagues exchange ideas in those different meetings. I cannot go away from this microphone without thanking the organizing committee. This was a blended organizing committee, having the members of staff of DRGT, headed by Professor Chikoma, but also we had our executive committee members, including the president of the PhD forum, and you have done a great work. Thank you very much. I want to express gratitude to the president of the PhD forum and the entire executive for their commitment to promoting the research-led activities. I've heard a few minutes ago about the training that is coming up of writing policy briefs. There are no other activities other than those you are talking about and which you are aspiring to undertake for a research-intensive university. Thank you very much, and keep it up around there. I would like colleagues to make a round of applause to our MC, Rita Namisango, for skillfully guiding us through the past 2 days. Thank you very much, Rita, and for sure, communication is your area of very, very easy for you. Thank you very much. I extend our appreciation to our external stakeholders. We had here government officials, we had here the private sector, we had here the civil society organizations, but also the media fraternity. And this time, media from the print, from the digital, but also our own group that is putting us online. Thank you very much. But at the same time, we have internal stakeholders, including university management, council, faculty members, the administrative staff, for the support rendered during these 2 days and also before. But definitely the committee knows financial support came through the Vice Chancellor, and so we want to echo that as well. To our graduate students, I encourage you to embrace the feedback constructively as you continue your academic journey. And as I said in the morning, looking ahead, I propose the idea of making this forum biennial to facilitate broader participation. Making it biennial event to facilitate broader participation and deeper discussion, but also to open it up to other institutions so that there is this cross-pollination, as it were. But also, already I want to thank you very much for the vision, because already many other candidates, PhD students from other universities attended this forum. And I want to thank those candidates particularly, but also the institutions where they are coming from. Let us give them a befitting round of applause. In conclusion, I wish all our doctoral students success in their studies, because definitely many of you are still continuing on the journey. And as I said, many of you are going to benefit from the RIMS digital platform. And to us all, I want to wish us safe travels as we go back home. But also we are already in the weekend mood. And so I want to wish you a wonderful weekend ahead. Thank you for making this forum a resounding success. A round of applause for us. As we build for the future, for God and my country, I now take this singular honor and privilege to declare this annual forum officially closed. Thank you.
Very quickly, the organizing committee, may you run up here very quickly. The cameras are waiting for us. Organizing committee. Organizing committee. Those who are outside, Nesta and the team, the Oscar, Rugendo, they seem to be just take this, maybe we can have some. And some few PhD students come and line behind here. Doctor, come and share with us your expertise. Quickly, let's do this very fast and then we go away. Students who are still around, come and we take a picture and we close it. see the lights, Thank you so much. I have enjoyed. Thank you. Well done. Yes.